Islam is all about, believing in one God.
No,
and that's
actually,
the
it's
most
not.
basic belief of Islam.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Islam's not all about worshiping one God. Let me prove it to you. You pray 5 times a day, right?
Yes, I try
And
to.
your prayers, okay. In your 5 daily prayers, you say tashahhud, right?
Yeah.
Now, in your tashahhud 5 times a day, don't you say assalamu alayka? Finish it for me. What do you say?
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
No, but who do you say? You've missed the word. Assalamu alayka ayyuha nabi, right?
Yeah. Ayyuhan nabi rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Slowly, man. Slowly. You're going too fast. Say it again.
What is the verse again?
It's not the verse. It's in your prayer. Your salah. When you pray 5 times a day, you say tashahhud, where you bear witness there's no God but Allah and Muhammad is his messenger. Then you greet your prophet. Don't you say assalamu alayka ayyuha nabi wa rahmatullahu? And I want you to say it. I want to say what you say in the prayer. You forgot it?
Assalamu alayka ayyuhan nabiyyu wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Okay, translate for everyone. What is assalamu alayka?
It means it's a greeting. It's like peace. Peace be upon somebody.
No, it doesn't mean peace be upon somebody. You're speaking to someone directly. And what are you saying? Do I need to translate? I know what it means, but I want you to translate for everyone.
The translation is that peace and blessings, may God bless and shower his blessings to the Prophet.
No, that's not what you said. See, in front of me, you're twisting it. Assalamu alayka, you're speaking to him. You're saying peace be upon you. You're not saying Allah shower peace and blessing on the Prophet. Are you not speaking to your Prophet by saying assalamu alayka, peace be upon you, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so in your prayer, you say to Muhammad, assalamu alayka ayyuha nabihu, right?
Yeah.
Okay, translate now literally. Be honest and translate it literally. I want you to translate it.
May God bless and reward the Prophet Muhammad.
So you did it again. You're lying to me. If you lie to me again, I'm going to block you. Translate accurately. Assalamu alayka is not peace be upon Muhammad. Translate what assalamu alayka means.
So I cannot, of course, give the word-by-word translation because I actually am not Arab.
All right, okay, then let me help you. I'm not an Arab too, I'm a Syrian, praise Jesus. Assalamu alayka means, in your prayer, you're saying, peace be upon you, O Prophet, right?
Yeah.
So can I ask you a question? Why are you talking to Muhammad, who's dead and he's buried in Medina? Where are you now? You said UK, right? You're in UK. Hold on, before you go on. You're in UK, right?
Yes.
And your Prophet's grave is in Medina, right?
Yeah.
So in UK, when you pray 5 times a day, you speak to your Prophet whose body is in the grave, Medina, from the UK, and you say, peace be upon you, O Prophet, and the mercy of God and his blessing. Why are you talking to him in your prayer?
Because this is the prayer is actually praying to God. It's not to the Prophet Muhammad.
That's not. You're not praying to God. You're talking to Muhammad.
Yeah, the prayer, for you to pray Salah correctly, you have to say this. You have to say tashahhud.
Why do I have to talk to Muhammad when I'm praying to Allah? Because that means now I'm talking to Allah and Muhammad in the prayer. I'm talking to two, Allah and Muhammad. Why?
That's what we do as a Muslim tradition. It's not because the Prophet Muhammad is one of the is the highest prophet for us. The greatest of the prophet for us.
Listen to
That's
me.
why we respect him.
Ashiko, I don't care what your tradition says. You need to use your brain and be smart and see your tradition as making you a pagan because you're talking to a dead man in your prayer as you're talking to your God. You're talking to your God and a dead prophet. Why? This is a talk. Prayer is supposed to be talking to Allah and it's ibadah, it's worship. Why in that prayer you talk to Allah and Muhammad?
Because it's part of the prayer to talk to the Prophet.
So your prophet made it part of your prayer to talk to a dead man and commit idolatry, and you still respect your prophet for doing that to you?
No, idolatry is forbidden in Islam. It's totally forbidden.
No, it's not. You just admit you're talking to a dead man in the prayer that you offer to God. That is idolatry if you don't know what idolatry is.
Idolatry is worshipping idols.
So is prayer worship? Is this salah that you do worship? Isn't that ibadah?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It is. The prayer is not exactly what it's like a remembrance of God.
No, I didn't ask you that. Answer the question slowly. Isn't prayer your ibadah, your worship?
Prayer is ibadah, yeah.
Okay, prayer is worship.
Not only prayer, but other things. For example, fasting and other things are also
I don't care about other things. We're talking about prayer now. Don't change the subject. So I want everyone to hear what you said. Prayer is ibadah. Prayer is worship. So you said idolatry is to worship what? What is idolatry? To worship what?
Idols of God.
Okay, so now I want everyone to hear what you said. The salah, the prayer is worship, ibadah. In your prayer, you talk to Allah, that's your worship, but then you talk to Muhammad in your prayer, which is supposed to be worship. So you don't realize it. You're actually worshiping your prophet when you speak to him in your prayer, because prayer is worship. So why are you worshiping your prophet in prayer?
But just because someone sends blessing to the prophet doesn't mean he's worshiping.
You're not sending blessing. You're not listening. You're talking to him. Which part of English isn't clear? You're talking to him in your prayer. You're saying, peace be on you. Is he in front of you when you say that?
No, but God understands.
So then why don't you talk to God? Shukul, you're not listening. Then why don't you talk to God and say, oh Allah, send him peace. Why are you talking to Muhammad, peace be upon you? You're still not getting it.
Because it's just a part of the prayer that we have been doing since the Prophet Abraham.
No, Prophet Abraham did not teach you to pray that way. Show me where he taught you to pray that way.
So the Quran says, that's why I believe.
Show me in the Quran where Abraham told you to pray that way.
No, Allah said in the Quran that the way we do pray now, it came from the Prophet Abraham.
Where does the Quran tell you what that prayer is like?
The prayer, it must have been a little bit different, but it's very similar to what we do now.
Must have been a little different, but very similar. Okay, so you don't know.
I mean, it's not very similar. He also worshipped one God, and he prayed. He also fasted.
Ibrahim? We'll get to Abraham in a minute, but so far you didn't help me understand how you are not a Mohammedan by praying to Muhammad, speaking to him. But now you said, okay, worshipping statues. Now, can you explain to me where in the Millat Ibrahim, the religion of Abraham, Abraham said you can smooch a black stone, kiss a black stone, and rub the black stone, which it's fard actually, because you have to do it because it's part of your Hajj. When you do a Hajj, you have to run around the Kaaba 7 times between Safa and Marwa 7 times, and then you have to, if you can, if the crowd is too large, but if not, you must kiss the black stone and touch the black stone, which your prophet did, which even Umar ibn al-Khattab said, I know that you're a stone that neither benefits nor harms. Had I not seen the messenger of Allah kiss you, I would not kiss you. So now can you show me where Ibrahim in the Bible or even the Quran kissed the black stone and said Allah wants you to kiss the black stone?
So the only proof for that is the Quran itself. But I don't have any sort of books written by Abraham that said that he prayed.
Where in the Quran does it say Allah gave Abraham and Ismail a black stone to kiss and touch and to smooch?
It should be there somewhere in the Quran.
It's not in the Quran. I'm telling you, it's not. It's nowhere in the Quran. So why did your prophet kiss the black stone, smooch it, cry on it, and rub it?
He was told to do that by God.
So the God of Abraham would not tell him to do that. The true God would not tell him to do that, because in the Leviticus 26 verse 1, the true God of Musa said, do not take sacred stones and venerate them. Your prophet said, his God is the God of Musa, but then your prophet's God said, smooch that black stone, kiss it, smother it, and that will be part of your ibadah.
He was told to do that by God, and the Prophet Abraham also did similar things.
Where did Abraham kiss a stone? You keep telling me similar. Please, quote the ayah, quote the Bible, show me where Abraham kissed the stone and touched the stone and said, this is part of ibadah. Show it to me, I'm waiting.
It's not part of ibadah, it's part of Hajj actually, the pilgrimage.
And Hajj is part of worship, because if Hajj is an act of worship, right, you're doing it because it's ibadah, right? You're going to run around the Kaaba because you're doing this in worship of Allah, or are you just playing games?
No, but it's not exactly ibadah. Hajj is actually pilgrimage, and only those who have got the money.
You still don't understand what ibadah is. Ibadah is that you give your entire life to worship Allah, and part of that worship is to do whatever Allah tells you to do, right? Because ibadah means service. You're an abd because you do ibadah. You are a slave of Allah. A slave does anything and everything his master wants him to do. That's part of ibadah, service. So my service to Allah, because I am the slave of Allah, is I will perform Hajj. So it's part of ibadah.
But it's not like prayer. It's different. And
just like fasting is not like prayer, but it's still ibadah, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And also, I don't see anything wrong with kissing the Kaaba. It's something.
Wait. You don't see anything wrong, but your prophet condemned the pagans for kissing stones. So it was okay for your prophet to do it, but when the pagans did it, he goes, no, that's shirk, that's haram. What are you talking about, dude?
And that's because they worshipped gods, many gods.
They did the same thing your prophet did. You know what they said? This is in your Quran. It said, we only give them ibadah because they are our intercessors with Allah. Okay, now, you know the hadith that says, your prophet said, the black stone will be given a mouth and eyes because the black stone will be your intercessor with Allah if you've touched it and kissed it. So what's the difference between what Muhammad said about the black stone and what they said about their stones?
The difference is that they said that their stone are gods. That they
and what is a god? A god is something you worship, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so when you smooch the black stone and you touch the black stone and you say it will be your intercession to save you before Allah, then that's your ilah. You made it a god.
No, the Kaaba is not. We don't worship it as God. It's just.
You're still not getting it.
Place where people have to pray.
You're not getting. Let me try it again, Shamoun. Maybe it's the language barrier. You don't have to call it God for it to be your God, because what did the pagans say? We kiss these stones because these stones, right, are the symbols of our gods, and we're hoping they will intercede for us and save us with Allah. Okay, so they acknowledge the stones were symbols of their gods. You, on the other hand, are saying the stone is not God, which is worse, because your prophet saying this stone that's not God, kiss it, rub it, smooch it, and then on the day of resurrection, it will come to life, it will be given eyes and a tongue, so it'll become living, and it will speak and will intercede and save you. That's exactly what a God does.